Today I want to talk about the rules for series circuits. I should have wrote it up there, I didn't. So we're looking for the rules for series circuits. So there's only four. I'm going to review them quickly, and then I'm going to explain to you how do I remember these rules. Now obviously I don't because I wrote them down. But I'm going to flip the board over so the rules are on the other side and I won't be able to look at them. But let's talk about this. There's only one path for current to flow in a series circuit. Current is the same at all points in a series circuit. The resistance of the circuit is equal to the sum of all the resistors. And finally, the sum of the voltage drops equals source voltage. So that's it. That's the four rules for series circuits. And series circuits are my favorite circuits because, control that. Because they're quite basic. So let's draw a series circuit, and I'm going to recite the rules. This is how I've learned them, this is how I remember them. So, series circuit starts with a power source, and it has resistors. There we go, I drew three of them, one path for current to flow. That's the first rule. Now let's give these resistors R1, R2, and R3. Let's give them some value. So I'm going to say this is 2, and this is 4, and this is 6. Oops, better write it on the other side. Now, one of the things that I've learned is always mark what they are. So I'm just going to give this an ohm sign, and that an ohm sign, and that is an ohm sign, because later on I could mix those up for different values. So there we are. So, according to the second rule, resistances add up to RT. Okay, I'm summarizing so I don't have to write so much. So, we're using a formula, resistance total equals R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now you can just keep going with that. So let's look. We got 2 ohms, we got 4 ohms, and we got 6 ohms. So those add up to 12. RT equals 12. So resistances add up to total resistance. Now the current is basically, I'm going to say there's 2 amps. I'm going to base that on a 24 volt battery. Okay, and we'll do the math and we'll figure that out. The point is that this 2 amps flows through this entire circuit. It's a value of that circuit once we figured it out. So, and we figure it out by using the Ohm's law triangle. E, I, R. So we already calculated that we have 12 ohms of resistance and we have 24 volts. So this is basically all the formulas you need to know. So we're looking for amps in this circuit. I know I wrote it in, but let's say I didn't. So we don't know what it is. It's an unknown value. So amps, right here, there, amps equal E over R. So E is 24, R is 12. 12 goes into 24 2 times. So we just discovered that we have 2 amps flowing through that circuit. The amps are flowing throughout. Amperage is the same throughout the circuit. That's the third rule. The final rule is we have voltage drops at each of these resistors. So to calculate those voltage drops, we're going to go back to, give ourselves some room to work here. I want to know what E is here. To get that voltage drop, I can actually draw a little meter in there. And I'm going to try to discover what the voltage drop is. So E equals IR. Do we have that information? I is 2. R is 2. The answer, 2 times 2, voltage drop here is 4. Now I can continue on. This one's 4, so the resistance is 4. So that 4 times 2 is 6. So we got 6 voltage drop there. And then finally here we got 6. Yep, put a 6 there. So this is going to be 12 voltage drop. Now, the last rule was that these voltage drops should add up to source voltage if I've done things correctly. So let's see if I have. That was 4. That makes 10 and 12. I'm out 2. 6 times 2 is 12. 4 times 2 is 8. There's my mistake. 8. So we've got 24 voltage drop. So voltage drop equals source. So we add these up. We got 8, 12, and 8 is 20, and 24 volts is the source. Those are the rules for series circuit, and that's how you figure it out. So I originally wrote the rules here so that I would remember to explain them to you, and then I turned the board over, and by using a simple circuit and my pen, I was able to remember all the rules. Pretty basic stuff.